What is happening, guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. So I have a few things that I want to talk about with you guys about the upcoming episode for The Flash. Now obviously The Flash has been delayed along with Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl due to the pandemic, and unfortunately we are gonna have to wait a bit longer for the new episodes to come out for their respective shows. But in the meantime, we are left with a promo trailer for the upcoming episode of The Flash that we are able to watch, and we're left with a synopsis as well that we are able to read, and we are able to get a general gist of what is going to be happening in the upcoming episode. So I'm gonna put the synopsis up on the screen now for you guys, and as you guys can clearly see, essentially what's going to be happening is Joe is going to be on the run because Black Hole has sent a hitman to essentially kill Joe, and that hitman is Ragdoll. And on top of that, we also have Ralph, who goes and ends up finding Sue again, and whether he finds Sue by accident or whether Sue finds him, or whether he's purposely he's trying to find Sue, we don't know, but he ends up seeing Sue in this episode, and I think it's going to be pretty interesting because they didn't really end off on a good note. I think that Ralph was pretty pissed off that Sue used him and then kind of dipped, so I don't really think he's happy about that. And then obviously the very interesting part is that Iris, who the real Iris, is beginning to become suspicious of Eva, and I think that it's about due for that to happen because Eva has pretty much been scheming for the past few episodes now, and obviously she's trying to get out of the mirror realm, and she created a clone of Iris in the real world, essentially, who's tricked Barry, who's tricked all of Team Flash into thinking that's really her when in reality it's not. And Eva, apparently she wants Barry, she's found out through obviously her clone, that her mirror clone, she's found out that Barry is losing his speed, and Eva wants cloned Iris to make sure that Barry loses his speed and to drain it from him, so that obviously he can't be the Flash anymore, and there's no chance that he could potentially get in the way of her plans if you were to find out that she's scheming and she's essentially holding Iris hostage basically. And so that's what she wants to happen. And obviously from the cinematic shots of the promo trailer,
Harry, your speed. It's getting worse.
I'm barely hanging on. I can't catch my breath. All I can think about is if I'll be fast enough to save another life.
Flash is losing his speed. Drain him of the rest.
so obviously, as you guys saw from the promo trailer, you saw how Iris didn't really look like she was on board with that plan to essentially drain Barry of his speed. Now that could be maybe that's the intention of the trailer, and it's meant to look like Iris doesn't want to do that, but they're actually just two different shots and they're two different scenes. I don't know, but that's pretty much what looks like is going to be happening, what's going to be going down. And I don't actually know what happens to Nash in this episode. Obviously you guys saw the synopsis, it doesn't say anything about Nash, so I'm pretty interested to see where that's gonna go. And then essentially what's he gonna be up to. I'm sure it can't be easy for him right now, especially because of the fact that obviously he almost got possessed by 𝓻𝓲𝓶𝓮, and he had to face his most dreadful, his most hated memory, and that can't be taking that can't be good for him, and I'm sure that he's not happy about that, and he's gonna take some time to obviously recover from that. So whether we see him in this episode or whether we don't, I'm not completely sure. But yeah, and another thing that I wanted to mention is in the trailer we actually see Cecile, who is actually tied up, and she has like duct tape on her mouth or whatever, and it looks like she's being held hostage. And whether if like Ragdoll did this or another agent of Black Hole did this, I don't know, but I think that Cecile was kidnapped to kind of lure Joe into revealing himself, and into so that he would come out of hiding so that he could be killed easier, essentially. And I think that's probably why Cecile was kidnapped and why she's being held hostage. So whether Joe is able to save Cecile or whether he's not, I don't know. But it looks like Barry's gonna probably have to use the remainder of his speed to save Joe and to save 𝓼𝓸𝓶𝓮. And whether he's successful in it, I don't know. Whether Iris is successful in draining him of his speed, and so that he can't get in the way of Eva, and so that he can't save Joe, that could also be a possibility. But from what we know from last episode, his main goal for the upcoming future was to build an artificial speed force.
Yo, you wanna see some real speed, bitch? I'll show you some real speed. Nigga!
So that he wouldn't lose his speed. So hopefully he is able to build an artificial speed force, kind of like how 𝓼𝓸𝓶 did it. And yeah, so hopefully that's he's able to accomplish his goals. Hopefully in the near future we get to see a stronger Flash, a faster Flash, and just an all-around better Flash in general. But obviously the upcoming episode is gonna greatly dictate what direction the show goes in, and just everything else going forward. So I'm pretty excited to see how Team Flash is gonna react when they realize that Iris isn't actually Iris, and I'm sure you guys are also excited for that as well. But unfortunately, that's pretty much the only information we have on the Flash right now. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you guys excited for this upcoming episode? What's the most exciting part for you that you've seen from the promo? And yeah, so leave a like if you guys like the video, subscribe if you guys want to see more of my content. And yeah guys, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
It's Corona time!